Actually, I found this sheet from last year, but the one thing I had to do is just change one link in this. Probably all know from either watching the news in the past. November is when everyone grows a mustache. A lot of times you see the newscasters growing mustaches on TV, things like that. People start talking about it. So they kind of renamed November to be Movember, and it's dedicated to stop men from dying young. So if you go on the Movember site, and I think it's us.movember.com, it'll talk all about it. It talks about cancers that affect men. It talks about men having fitness. It talks about men eating right, taking supplements, things like that. But the whole month is really dedicated towards men's health. On the site that they have here on us.movember.com, you can host a Movember event in your area, and they'll help market it. So you just register and decide what type of event you want to do. So if you want to do a Krav Maga class, a self-defense class, men's fitness class, you market it. Maybe $20 for people who come in, at $15 to get a $5 discount if they got a mustache. So you kind of follow the rules, but all the rules are set up on Movember. But it's a good way to get non-students into your school. Maybe a punch and lunch. So people paying $30 and includes a lunch and a Krav Maga class. I went out to Rocky Bidza one time, and he did it really cool. In his parking lot, he set up a barbecue. They did a Krav Maga class, and everyone out and had barbecue. Kind of fun. So just maybe want to think about that as far as getting non-martial artists in your school and having someone else help you with the marketing. You may also want to just do, maybe classes for men. You can join for the month of November. The proceeds go towards this Movember movement. That's why we can target dads to come in and get started in our program. Maybe it's a father and son class. Just trying to give awareness to the community. So we invite all the community to come in and do a father and son martial arts class and use how to break a board. Learn how to break a board. So these are just all different ideas that you can do. I may want to redo your school's Facebook header to be something that coincides with this fitness month and this month to just make people aware of men's fitness and causes of people dying young, like prostate cancer and things like that. Last year we did this too. We did pictures of our students that started growing mustaches, and they posted a picture, they're in their martial arts uniform and they got the mustache on, and we gave a prize at the end of the month for the male student who got the most likes. And the whole idea was kind of blow up Facebook. So here they are in your school and they're showing the mustache. They know the more likes they get, the more likely they're going to win this prize. On what your prize is going to be. Maybe it's a certificate to go out to a restaurant. And the way they're going to get likes is to share it with all their friends, of course, ask their friends to like the page. So it's just kind of a neat way to do some unique marketing in November. Again, there's a lot of different ideas on November research page. So you want to look at that. If you're doing events, this is a great time because it is a cause to send emails to your prospect list and maybe educate your inner circle of friends about the month and putting down that the days you're having these events. Grow a mustache yourself. That's probably the easiest way to talk about it. People say, what's the mustache doing? Hey, it's Movember. Did you hear about that? Hey, let me tell you what we're doing in our school. Last year, Zach Seelkis came up with a real good idea because we talked about this time of the year. And a lot of stores are coming up around town that sell costumes for Halloween. So he went in there, he just grabbed a whole bunch of mustaches for a couple dollars, sold them to the kids. I think he sold them to kids for $10. And then the profits went towards this movement. But the cool thing, he got all these pictures of the moms putting pictures with their kids in their mustache on Facebook. It was just kind of a fun thing to do. So those are all ideas on how to use this month and this movement to get some more men into your school. Next thing we have for marketing for November is, since it's Thanksgiving, we do a student appreciation open house. Now, this open house is meant for a couple things. One is we want to get prospects in our school. So if we're going to be doing classes, we're doing demonstrations. Now we have a method to invite people into our school. It's an open house. It's a student appreciation. All our students can bring friends. They have the ability to try any class we have. So they don't have to be in a hyper class to take a hyper class. They don't have to be in cage fitness to take cage fitness. We're letting them try everything. So it's basically a modified schedule on a Saturday, and you just decide what classes you want. Maybe I'm going to do a weapons class. I'm going to do a tiny tiger class. I'm going to do a breaking class. I'm going to do a women's self-defense class. We're going to do a weapons training class, maybe a sparring class. So you have 6 half-hour classes. In between those classes, you do some demonstrations. You'll have some refreshments for people to have, maybe coffee and donuts with parents. You put on those demonstrations. You talk about your program. So we're getting prospects in the school, but more importantly, all our students are going to try all our upgraded classes, because the following week we're going to have our holiday sale. And in our holiday sale, we're going to be selling all our programs at a discount. So we're not going to try to do any sales at all at Student Appreciation. Student Appreciation, we're just thanking our students for being our students. We want to give them an opportunity to come down and train in a whole bunch of different things, bring family members, bring friends, have a great time. The demo team gets to do some stuff. Maybe the competition team does a little demonstration. So you're working on getting new students. Everyone's trying out your different programs. So now when you have the holiday sale and you're talking about your upgraded weapons program, well, a lot of people have already tried it. If they liked it during the Student Appreciation, the likelihood of them joining on your holiday sale is probably really, really good. The holiday sale is the biggest thing we do every single year for income generating. This is what I highly suggest is when you're planning your holiday sale, you should have the date picked out by now. If you don't have it picked out by now, I would say the 18th of November is probably really good. That's the weekend before Thanksgiving. We're looking a way for people to come in, spend some money at our martial arts school before they spend all their money after Black Friday. Holiday sale isn't all day. We try to usually schedule it to 3 to 4 hours. The important thing is marketing it. Let everyone know that we're going to have this holiday sale. It's the time of the year where they can enroll on any of our programs at the lowest prices of the year. We're going to have equipment on sale. We're going to have food. We're going to have a lot of fun. People are going to get together, just talk and network. We're going to have catalogs. You can order from catalogs. So you're advertising and marketing now at the holiday sale. You don't have to be specific yet on what you have to offer, unless you have like the Century catalogs and you want to give a flyer for your holiday sale. You want to give them a Century catalog. They're going to know that all this stuff is on sale only one day. We're not going to take pre-orders right now. You have to be there at the holiday sale to get these super prices. When you start thinking about your holiday sale, we want to get a lot of money out of the holiday sale, so we're going to package and bundle. So we're not going to sell everything individually, but we're going to put nice packages together. So not only maybe buying a program, but they're getting the equipment that goes along with that program to give a gift at Christmas. We're going to decorate to the max. It's got to look like a winter wonderland when they come into your school. You're not just going to put up a bow in the corner, but you're going to have nice tablecloths, and you're going to have Christmas trees, and you're going to have snowflakes hanging from the ceiling. You're going to decorate it to the max. Before the holiday sale, we're going to get a team. We can't just have 1 or 2 people in the school selling products. If we have 100 students, there's going to be a lot of people there in those 3 hours, so we have to have a team that's trained on selling. So I say trained on selling, they're going to recommend products. They're going to recommend programs. If they're selling a program, they're going to recommend a new uniform, or they're going to recommend new safety gear. So we're going to try to upsell and do add-ons. We want people to stay there for a while, so we're going to have a nice buffet. Maybe you're going to have sandwiches. You go to a grocery store and just order a nice buffet. We're not just going to throw a pizza in a box on the counter. We're going to set up a nice thing where people are going to get punch, and they're going to get food, and they get sandwiches, and they're going to get some desserts, and they're getting coffee. A real nice buffet. And we're going to dress to impress. We're not going to have our jeans on and our karate t-shirt on, but your team, the women are going to be in dresses, and the guys are going to be in suits, and you get dressed to impress. It's going to look like you're ready to go to a high-class holiday party. Now, just a couple of things. So what do we have to offer in our school? Well, we have equipment that's in catalogs. What we really don't want to do with a holiday sale is to buy a lot of inventory, because when we buy a lot of inventory, we sell it on a discounted price. We're going to be left over with the inventory. We're going to have inventory, but we're not going to have product. So instead, we're going to order from the catalog. This is another reason you want to start early. If you do it the week before Thanksgiving, now you have time to order it right away, and Century, whoever you order from, has time to get the product to you, and you can get it to your students well before the holidays. We can do equipment packages. That's something everyone needs. We're going to do private lesson packages. We're going to do upgrade programs at a discount. We're going to do add-on programs at a discount. We're going to do parent night out packages. We're going to do inter-school tournament packages. We're doing testing and graduation packages, birthday parties, weapon packages, including seminars. So if they're buying a bow staff, they also get a seminar with the bow staff so they know how to use it properly. Or they're going to be added onto a cycle. Maybe they're going to buy the weapon, and that includes a 3-month cycle on the weapon. So we got to start thinking outside the box. Now, I put a nice presentation together. I think it's a nice presentation because there's a lot of visuals. The holiday sale isn't like rocket science. It's an event. We just got to make sure we carefully plan it. This is a picture of Tom Baker's last year. I see he's got snowflakes hanging from the ceiling. He's got a nice Christmas tree. He doesn't just have tables, but he has tables with tablecloths. He has chairs for people to sit. If they're they're looking through catalogs, this way they can take their time. Also, they has banners over each table. He bought these banners at I'm going to think of the printing store shortly, but he had all these banners, and these banners it's Staples. So he actually puts what's included on the table on the banner over the table. So he advertises the tables with these banners. You can see a picture of his team members. He has a lot of team members to make sure he has at least one at each table. And he's not afraid to spend a little money to decorate. As I get close-ups of these tables, you can see that it has like centerpieces on the tables, some printed tablecloths. It's got the Christmas tree, the garlands, the light-up snowman. So we spent a little money so when people come in, it feels like a party going on. It's not just an empty karate school with a couple things, but it looks inviting.
Yeah.
This is his table for the catalog. So he's got a catalog out. He's got pens available so people can write in the catalog and fill out their orders. If you see, again, he's got this nice center display here. Again, with the catalog, there's no need to carry inventory. With some of the packages you have, in addition to a Century catalog, you're going to have a couple flyers that you're going to create with some of the things that are unique to your school. This is his summer camp. So the first time he starts selling summer camps for 2018 is at the holiday sale. This is the lowest price the camps will ever be. So when he does the holiday sale, I'm just going to back up. When he does a summer camp, his summer camp may be $199. If they do it now, it could be $139. Next month it's $149. Month after that it's $159. So this is the lowest price the summer camps will be available. And he has things that he uses in summer camp. So on the table, if they do beach parties, he's got the beach ball, they do some weapons. So he has stuff on the table that relates to summer camp. So you have props to talk about. Again, the banners are made at Staples. So above this table, he's got his summer camp sign. You can also see his windows were painted as a winter scene. This school's in Arizona, but he's got snowmen, ninja guys on his window, so he really went above and beyond on the marketing. This is for his add-on programs. So if you're doing add-on programs, like I'm just going to go over Tom Baker's on the sign here. He has a competition team. So he has a competition team for sparring. That class meets once a week throughout the year, and they have a special uniform. So if they buy the competition team, it would be $660. It's $55 a month. He gives a discount of 20% if they sign up during the holiday sale. So it's a pretty big savings. Same thing with a certified instructor. He's got a CIT program. and he's got a weapons class. So his 3 add-ons: competition team, instructor training, and the weapons. The way he does his pricing, it's $55 a month for the first add-on program. If they want to do a second add-on program, it's $55. And I think the third one is $35. So it's like $660 for paid in full for a year, $540 for the second program, $420 for the next one. And again, all these are discounted 20%. He also, when people sign up for these, he does recommend adding on the equipment. So if someone's coming in and they go, hey, my kid's been asking about sparring, we want to do the competition team, we're ready to buy this as a Christmas gift. And so it gives them the price of the program, less the discount, and then he mentions getting sparring gear also. These are giveaways, and each side of these stockings are 5 guest passes. The guest passes are in envelopes. I'm not sure if he did 2 weeks or free month. The whole idea with these is you're giving these to students so your students can give them away as gifts. So now each student has 5 gift passes. They're giving away to friends. Maybe they're putting it on when they're doing a present, they're adding on like a card on top of the present. So now they're giving something that's worth $150, this gift pass, along with a present to one of their friends. Maybe they're going to put it in a grab bag at work. Maybe at work they do a Chinese gift exchange. So what you're doing is you're just doing a nice package. He puts them in stockings. I've seen some people that take these cards that he got from Get Students, put them in white envelopes, get a stack of 5 white envelopes, put a ribbon around it, put some candy canes on that, put a basket at your front counter, and all your students can take one of these packages. So now they have 5 gifts to give away to their friends for the holidays. So there's one table with this setup. So he's not selling these. These are giveaways. Okay, he has a package for a sleepovers, parents' night out. I'm going to explain a little bit more about this later on. And you can see in the background, he's got a place for his food set up. He's got a coffee stand. He's got a popcorn machine. He actually bought this popcorn machine. I'm pretty good friends with Tom. He uses his popcorn machine when he does parents' night outs, all kinds of events. You just get him at Costco or something like that. So it's a good investment. Kids have a lot of fun with that. This is his table for birthday parties. He has a banner for his birthday parties. He sells 3 different type of birthday parties. He's got a basic party, which just includes the invitations for the kids. He's got the thank you cards that the parent can send to all the kids that attend a party. On that thank you card is a VIP pass. He's got a sample of the sword that they use to cut the birthday cake when he does the birthday party. He does a second upgraded birthday party where all the kids get a rubber nunchucks, so they learn how to use nunchucks at the party. And then he has an elite party where everyone gets a uniform and the birthday boy gets to keep the sword. So again, now he's selling these parties probably 50% off at the holiday sale. This is one of his biggest selling things throughout the year. You can see, I can't read on the table here, but you can see where I'm putting the cursor. He's got like 3 descriptions of the 3 different parties. Person behind this table would explain all that. So since they're saving, a lot of people go for the higher package, like the elite package. And if you have a birthday party where all the kids get rubber chucks and they all get a uniform, he gets a sword, that's a pretty popular party with the kids. And you probably have a much better chance of getting a student out of that when all the kids have seen themselves in a uniform and actually doing martial arts. This is an idea that I gave him last year. We figured out how to package different things. So we don't want to sell one parent's night out. We want to sell a year's worth of parent's night out. We want to do a year's full of sleepovers. So we came up with cards. These actually look like credit cards. They're plastic. It just says, he's got a picture of the logo of his school on the cards, and it just says Red VIP Pass. The Red VIP Pass is for graduations, so the parents are pre-paying for the graduations for the entire year of 2018. Parents Night Out, he does sleepovers every quarter, and includes 4 private classes. The reason he does the 4 private classes is if parents want to really have their kids do well at graduation, they set up a private class probably the month of graduation. So if a parent was going to pay for all graduations throughout the year, every parent's night out throughout the year, the sleepovers and 4 private classes, it's an $820 value. And he just packages, this is the price from last year. I think it's pretty heavily discounted, but he charges $349. So for $350, the kids get to do all this. Now, the cool thing about putting a card is before we used to just do these and sell a package, and then the parents just have it prepaid. But the cards are really neat because when the kid comes in for a parent's night out, he just has to show his card. He doesn't have to pay for it. So the kid feels like a big shot. Here's my card. So they're allowed in. Also, we put these cards inside a card stock, a Christmas card, and explain what's for it. Congratulations, you are a Red VIP member for East West Karate. All your graduations, parents' night out, sleepovers, and private classes on the quarter are paid for. So it just makes a nice gift. So Mrs. Baker just took a Christmas card. On the Christmas card, she printed what each card was worth, and then she just does two-sided tape, puts the two-sided tape on the plastic card, puts it on the cardboard card, and now parents have a nice gift to give to their kids. He has a black card. Black card is just a family version of the red card. So now everyone in the family can come to the graduations, parents' night out, sleepovers, private classes. Then he has a blue card. Blue card is worth 12 private classes. I didn't put the prices down on this because you'll have to decide. So now a student can take a private class every single month. Tom and his staff do quite a few private classes. He's got maybe 5 or 6 staff members. They all can do private classes. And then he has a green card. He does an inter-school tournament. One of the things about Tom, when he starts planning his revenue, he wants an extra event every single month. So one month he will do a graduation. Next month he does an inter-school tournament. Month after that he will do a sleepover. Then he's back to graduation, back to inter-school tournament, back to sleepover. So there's a revenue-generating event every single month. So with the inter-school tournaments, kids can go, and just like any other tournament, they can do weapons, forms, or sparring. So the green card includes all the tournaments, all the divisions, and they get 4 private classes. So with the private classes, if a tournament's coming up and they want a little extra help to do better in the tournament, they can take a private class. So again, you have to price this out. I think he has this one priced out at $55 each tournament, and the private class is another $200. And so I don't know what his discount is, but last year I probably gave him this idea about selling the cards. About this time, probably 3-4 weeks before he had the cards made, he put this on the table. Next to each card, he put some props. So like the green card is for the tournament. So he always gives medals away for the tournament. So he had actual medals from the tournaments to go along with the cards. So it was a nice presentation table. So you're not just having a banner saying what you do, but you have some visuals. He did $5,000 selling cards last year, which I think is phenomenal. Tom had, at this time last year, 250 students. On his holiday sale, he grossed $35,000. It came out, if you take $35,000 divided by 250 students, he had a holiday student value of $140. So that's like
wow.
Every one of your students giving you $140. Charles Jarnigan, who's got a school in St. Louis, he did all the things we mentioned last year. He did $30,000 on his holiday sale. One of the reasons he did more on his upgrade programs, his upgrade programs are 3 years, Tom's are 2 years, so every time he sold an upgrade program, it's worth quite a bit more. So that was one of the key things. He also sells all his used equipment. So all the equipment in the school is on sale at the holiday sale. So get out your a 409, take all the scratches out as much as you can, get all your equipment that looks really good, and people can buy it at 50% off at the holiday sale. So it's all used equipment. So these aren't really going to be done as gifts, but if parents are coming along and all of a sudden they see one of these heavy bags, XL bags, and they want it for their kids, this is a great time to buy it. The reason he does this, he wants to make sure that he has brand new equipment in his school the first of every year. So at the end of the year, he sells all his old equipment, orders all brand new equipment, so he constantly has good stuff in his school. So just another idea for you. This was a pretty big one. This is an upgraded weapons package. So these just aren't weapons. These are like the hyper weapons, real nice graphite bows. I told Tom to think big. I said, get a hyper athlete to come in January, do a seminar. Hyper athlete, I think, costs him $1,000 plus plane. So it's probably $1,500 to get the athlete down. So he sold the weapon. With the weapon, you get a seminar class with a hyper pro athlete. Now, you don't really have to have the hyper pro athlete. This is just thinking really big. So you want to sell like a $300 package where they get the bow and this class. You probably get 10, 15 kids in the class. At the same time, he opened the seminar to other people in January. So he got more people in than just bought this package. You know, they came in last minute. Just a real good idea. So make a special table, get some of the expensive weapons, include a seminar with it. Great Christmas gift. You can imagine that here a kid's getting a bow staff, and 2 weeks later after Christmas, he's going to have a class with an athlete that he watches on YouTube all the time. So it's an impressive gift. And this is a picture of his team last year. So he got a lot of his family members, his employees, and some of the younger women in the school. Again, they dressed fun. They dressed up, but they dressed fun. So when people come in, it's got the holiday music going, they got the tables, all these people working and talking to people. So it was just a great idea. I call it the dream team. So you're ready to have some fun and spread some holiday cheer. And this is his windows from the outside. He has a sign painter come in. The sign painter paints this on the outside of the windows. He's never had them vandalized, so he is in a pretty good area. He's got the Ninja Turtles out there in his holiday special. He was just selling his 2-lesson trial program for $29.95. So if you are going to decorate your school, think about decorating it on the outside. So, this gives it the atmosphere of kind of fun holidays. At the same time, you're advertising your special. He's in a shopping center with a major food store. He also has a Taco Bell and something else out front, so he gets a lot of drive-by traffic. So he wants to make sure he's advertising his program. So I know the holiday sale seems a little bit scary. There's been a lot of good videos out there on Facebook, but I just thought I would get it across better with some visuals of it actually being done than just talking about it. So what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to make a PDF file of all these pictures. If you would like that, you can just mention something on the Rainmaker Success program, or you can just send me an email and I will send you out this file. So just to recap, 3 major events. It's kind of, everyone's saying, man, it's been so busy in October. October we have the Bulletproof, and you have Halloween, you have all these things. And November's big too. Everyone do really well if you get on this Movember site. That's just some great marketing opportunities. Student appreciation. Student appreciation is great for our students. It's a great way to have an open house. Again, what we appreciate. So if we appreciate our students, it's going to turn into more students and happier students. At the same time, everyone's getting a chance to do something in the school. So when they come to the holiday sale, I can relate to that. Don't try to sell anything at the student appreciation. You have your holiday sale the week after, so just keep this fun for the public and fun to your students. Of course, if you do have people from the outside and they're asking about programs, I wouldn't hesitate to try to get those new people signed up. Any questions?
When do you recommend doing the student appreciation, sir?
I would try to do it the week before your holiday sale.
Yes.
Most people do the holiday sale the week before Thanksgiving. Some people wait to after. I got Mr. Baker. I've been bragging about Mr. Baker, and I didn't even know he was online. He was on this back page. Tom Baker, I'm going to unmute you.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? Say, I grabbed some good pictures.
Yes, it looks very good. It's going to be better this year.
Okay. Fill in some people, or I know anything else that I might have missed.
Well, one thing I think we learned is really important a few years ago is you have to have one evening where you have your whole, first you got to come up with a staff. You got to figure out, right now you should already know who's going to be helping you. And then you've got to have one or two, at least one evening where they all come in, maybe on a Friday, and you just have some refreshments and you role play through the whole thing. So you don't have to set everything up, but you show where the booths are going to be, show pictures like you did today. This is what it looked like last year. You're going to be at this table. You're going to be at this table. You're going to be at this table. And then you role play on what everyone's going to do, because typically we don't have the same exact people every time. And so you want to kind of tell them, if you're at the door, this is how you're going to greet them. This is what your duties are. If everybody knows what they're supposed to do, when you get that, because this is like 4 hours, so you've got a huge amount of people coming in 4 hours, which typically not everyone at once, but it's busy for the whole 4 hours. So everyone's going to get tired. You might have to improvise a little bit, but if everyone knows what their duties are, then you're not running around as a manager trying to, put out the fires. So we do that. We get everything kind of organized. So that would be one thing that's really important is on that training.
You mentioned a door greeter. I didn't get that when I was talking.
Yes. So you have to have a door greeter. So what we do is, you saw the way we set it up. We have them come in the door, meet the door greeter. They're just basically there to say hello, give them a catalog or an order form. We have those order forms from Century. We get those extra ones and we put them on clipboards. And so we have a bunch of clipboards with a pen on them. And so when someone comes in, they get a clipboard with a pen. And then usually Mrs. Baker is at the first booth. So the door greeter kind of introduces her to Ellen, and then she takes over. They go all the way around the line. So that way all of our people can talk to them. And then there's a buffet in the back, and then that table you saw where we have the catalogs, we have 3 of those. This year we're going to have 3. Last year we had 2, but we're going to have 3 this year because we're expecting to have a lot more people. And so we let them get the refreshments, sit down at the table, and it's not a karate school at this point. It's a holiday sale, and so they sit at the table. We've got the clovers. And then you've got my main head instructors, people that are a little more mature. They're the ones that are going around and helping them and finishing off the sales. And so you typically have one of your leaders at each table with a clover, and they're getting the orders and adding them up, and they're paying right there at the table. So we don't have very many people come to the front counter at these events. They're paying right at the table. If you don't have a clover, then I would get the little squares or whatever, just to make it really fast and easy, because in our first couple of years we learned you never want a line. People will say, well, I'm not standing in this line, I'm just going to come back later. So
that's an awesome tip. That's like when you go to the Apple store, where whoever's talking to you takes your credit card.
Right. That's what we do. So I think the training, having enough people is really important. It's like any other sales event, whether it's cars or martial arts. You want to be able to take care of those people really quick, because you don't want them changing their mind. And also you want to upsell. I mean, I know we've got the upgrade table and the add-on table and all these tables, and it's very confusing. And they sit down and they've made up their mind they're going to buy this. You go to McDonald's, they'll always ask you, would you like some fries with that? So you got to ask them, would you like a green card with that? Or, I can save you some money and get you a graduation package with the kids' night outs and then this and that. And you can upsell them another $100, $200. So you want to, and the other thing is the booths. So if I were everyone online right now, if you've never done this before, or if you want to get it a little bit better, you want to sit down and figure out what booths you're going to have. Now you can double up on your booths. If you saw my tables, sometimes I would put the kids' night out along with maybe something a little smaller. like an add-on or a graduation. So not only do we have these cards, but we have them all separate too. So if they don't want to buy the card with all the kid night outs, they can come over and get a kid night out package at another table and just buy that. And you're still making a huge profit, you know, at the sale. So last year, for instance, we sold summer camps. We sold 50 summer camps. We sold 30 or 25 VIP cards. This year, we're trying to sell 50. So every year, just like every month, you want to make more money in your karate school. Every holiday sale, you want to really up that number. And it's been working. We made 20,000, then we made 25, then we made 30, then we made 35. So, you know, our goal this next year is to try to hit 50. So got to have a lot of tables. So I would figure out where you're going to set it up and what you're going to have on each table, and then put your good people behind those. If you have your birthday party staff, put your birthday party staff behind the birthday party table. I know it's kind of crazy, but if that person gets up and walks over to the weapons table and the weapons person goes over and never done a birthday party, they're not going to sell the birthday parties as fast. I had that happen one year where someone else took over the birthday party table and we sold 4. So you want to try to sell. I always try to come up with the numbers at each table. So this is way beforehand, right? So you're having a meeting this week on these are the booths we're going to have, and this is how much we're going to make off of each booth. This is kind of our goals. And then how are we going to reach those goals? Okay, so we're going to sell this many at this price, and that's how we're going to get this. And then as a manager, you're walking around and you're saying hello to the people and shaking hands and having fun and smiling, but you're also going around to the tables and, you know, just like you would in class, just making sure everybody is on task and going for their goals and having fun. We have a ton of fun. We have a TV. One thing we didn't cover, we have a TV. You could use a projector, whatever. So here's a big deal. You don't want the kids causing so much trouble that the parents just want to take them out of there and leave. You want to have the kids taken care of. So we have a cartoon going like Rudolph or Frosty or something. And so the kids can sit on the benches and the tables eating their popcorn and doing, you know, watching that while the parents are able to just sit down with John or Tom or whoever and actually have a discussion without being interrupted. So that's really important too. That's one reason we started the sandwiches and the popcorn and the cookies and donuts and all that, so that we could make sure the kids were having fun, settled down, and something for them to do. So that's a big one. There's so much.
I never even thought about whoever does your birthday party should be selling your birthday parties. Yeah. Your weapons champion should be, because they have the passion for that weapon.
You're hyper people, right? They're selling the weapons and yeah. You want to, you know, your add-on programs, you want one of your best CIT members in there telling them, look, I've been in CIT, I'm 13 years old, and I've been in there for 5 years, and look at me now, right? Look what I can do. Right. And then you have a hyper person behind the table as well. And, you know, well, I've always wanted to do hyper. Well, I've been at hyper for 4 years. I've been to some of the camps with Roland. It's just amazing. So that's what we do. I'll have Megan behind the hyper table. She's going to get all kinds of people signed up in hyper.
One of the things I like to is that you're trying to sell those VIP cards as an add-on. So if someone comes to a birthday party and they buy the birthday party, then you make sure you mention the green card or the red card.
Right, because you know if they're doing a birthday party a year from now and they're already going to pay for it, in their mind, they're there for a year. You got 4 graduations coming up, right? So why not get the card with the graduations and the tournaments and birthday party? I mean, if that's what you're going to do. So anyway, that's upselling. So if they don't have a card and you notice that they have a 2 out of the 3, upsell them and get another 100 out of it or something.
Now,
they like it too. So
after the sale, what happens after the sale? If someone comes in, I missed the sale, or if all of a sudden say, well, you know, I have 300 students and I think only like 100 showed up for the holiday sale. What happens between the holiday sale and Christmas?
That's a great question. So that's where all your feelings get involved, right? So I think that's pretty much up to each school owner how you want to handle that. I know one thing is you don't want disgruntled people thinking, first of all, you don't want disgruntled people. You mean you made me come during the holiday sale and I could have just come in later and got it. So you don't want that going on. So I don't know how you want to handle that. I'm not going to lose a sale. I might go outside and talk to that person. I might tell that person to meet me during the day when no one's around. Why don't you come on in later? I understand that you had a death in the family and you couldn't be here, so come on in. We'll talk about this at another time, not when all these people are around me. But really, you don't want to. One thing I learned years ago, you don't want to let them come in early. Now, if someone comes in and says, I'm going to be out of town, then you tell them, bring them outside and tell them, look, just bring your, would you bring your sheet in with an envelope, just hand it to me? And then they'll bring their sheet in for their order form and their credit card number on it, or however you guys want to handle that, maybe charge to Rainmaker. But you still wait till that day to charge it. So everyone's still, even though they weren't there, they gave you their sheet, you charged it on that day, it's still fair. And you're not really breaking in my mind, you're not breaking the rules. But
one thing you did last year is you had like a product of the day.
Yes.
About 10 days before Christmas. So you
Right,
had the product of the day. As long as you don't discount as heavily as you did on the holiday sale.
That's key, yeah.
Yeah, so if all of a sudden the product of the day is a sparring package, you get some. So I thought that was a real good idea because you kept making sales throughout the season.
Dads always forget to get the Christmas present and they're waiting till the last minute. So this is a lot for dads. And they come into your karate school and they're looking for something, and we'll have a stocking. We always buy all these gag gifts. You can go to Big Lots or wherever your cheap stores are and buy these gag gifts. I bought these felt bags with like Snowman's face or Rudolph's face on them, and they're just felt bags. They were huge. And I would put like Muay Thai kicking shields in there and some gloves or whatever, and a big old candy cane, and they come in, they go, and it'd be like, I don't know, I'd always make 100% profit, but they're glad because they come in and, oh, I need one of those, or I need two of those, and we sold a bunch of those. So every day we would have something different, like you said, sparring package, maybe $25 more than we sold it at the holiday sale. Everybody at the holiday sale still happy they made they got a good deal. But dads always forget to buy the presents, so you'll sell gifts all the way till the end of the holidays.
When I had my school back in the day, I would take like the big, large kicking shields, and we would just actually wrap them up. I would put some in Christmas paper and some in Hanukkah paper, and to be stacked on. It's amazing how many times a dad would just come in and just buy one already wrapped and just take it away. So that was the same thing I did when you were selling those bags last year.
Do you saw the picture that you had, and you had all the little stockings, and then they had a little card on them, the one whatever holiday card, rack card we got that year? And what those were is everybody who came into the holiday sale got one of those. And those were for their friends and family and neighbors to bring in for free.
Right.
So we were doing two things at once. We're VIPing at the same time, and we made sure that inside that stocking, that's the only people that got that, right?
Right.
So whether it was a 1 month free or whatever, we never let them get to the month. If it's a 3 month free, John's talking to him 2 weeks into it saying, we'll save you this much if you sign up for a year. Anyway, so you have to have that at the door. So the greeter is going to greet them, give them the little stocking. If they don't have one going out, the door person usually has enough time to make sure they've got one going out, or they left it at the table. Make sure everybody gets a VIP card, so they're telling everyone what a great event this was, and you got to come down and take karate. Here's a free month.
Right. Yeah, people can use those as gift exchanges. I always think they're a great thing just put in an envelope, because a lot of people put gift tags on top of presents. So you're giving someone a present at the same time, you just put one of those passes on there and then just say to so-and-so from, and now you got a nice gift tag. So. And basically that was one of the things you could buy at the end before Christmas. If you need a late present, you had people coming in saying, I just want to get my son something. So you have these like gold and silver envelopes, and you put in there 100, like, I don't know, 6 weeks for $69, right?
And so, but it's a certificate for 6 weeks of karate and a free uniform. And you're selling those for whatever, 79, whatever you guys do, 99. And then they come in and they get that, and you say, oh, well, you get your uniform too. So you can take this home and wrap it and put it with the certificate under the tree. And there they've got the holiday gift for their kid for free karate for them. And you're still making money at the karate school, even all the way up to Christmas.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Tom, for helping. This is the page that I was talking about for Movember. So it tells you how you can host an event, and this Movember Foundation will help market your event. So make sure you take a look at this. Also, if you go into the vault on the United Professionals page, so unitedprofessionals.com, everyone should have access to the vault. In the vault, there's downloads, and there's marketing material for downloads. There's gift certificates for the downloads. So if you don't have a gift certificate for your school for Christmas, those are available, and those are absolutely free. Thanks, everyone. Send in your questions. If you want, again, those pictures, I'll put them in a PDF file and send them to you. Just either ask on the Rainmakers Business Solutions or just email, and I'll get that done today. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.